All right, so this is some lost footage, a lost footage video that I recorded well over a year ago. I was hoping to make some corrections to it, um, kind of explain it in a bit. But what I'm doing here is changing out the lock cylinder. That was the original intention. I had bought a match set, a door lock, and an ignition lock, and I posted this video up quite a while ago on how to do the door lock cylinder. So let's jump into it and show you how to do it. The programming part, I'm going to jump in with some corrections. So let's hit the intro and get to it. Start this off with some miscellaneous tools. Make sure you have your new lock cylinder. I got the one that's a match set to the door lock, which will be in another video. What you really, a T25 Torx, and it's got to be a real long one. If you have like one of them short sockets, it's not going to reach. And you're going to need like an owl or a pick. That's most important. 7 mil to get the screws off under the dash, and a screwdriver to pop the connector off. So first thing, it's going to be important for you to disconnect your battery. So I'm going to go do that now. You know what? Post in the comments if you don't know how to disconnect a battery. I don't feel I need to record that. Okay, my first mistake here was I assumed that the key right here that came with the match set had a chip in it, and I come to find out that it didn't. And so I went and had 2 keys made that have the chip in them. I got these 2 blanks off eBay, and then I have a key cutter at work and I cut them myself. Anyways, I was gonna go back in and reshoot all this footage with the proper keys, but the car I was working on, my buddy doesn't drive it that much anymore, and the last how many times I've seen him, he's been driving his Bonneville, so I still have this lock cylinder that I attempt to install in this video. I'm gonna cut to some footage where I took just a regular key without a chip, and I did the programming, and I used this with the blank next to it. Well, I come to find out this original one didn't have a chip in it, so I'm still going to recommend you try it with a key that has a chip in it, and it should work. So let's cut to that footage, and then I say something at the end of it that I'm going to erase it, but I'm just going to keep it in, and then we're going to cut back to me changing the cylinder out and proceeding as if I didn't do any of this. Okay, now when you're replacing your ignition lock cylinder, there's a whole 30-minute process to relearn one of your new keys. But if you happen to have just a straight up key that doesn't have the transponder chip in it, like just strictly for your door, this will, well, it's got to work your ignition. This will save you 30 minutes of time. So what you're going to do, you're first going to need your pass lock key, the one that starts your car now. Okay, now we're going to stick that in the ignition. Don't turn it on yet. You're going to want to get this one that turns your old ignition and one of the new keys. So what we're going to do first, we're going to keep these 2 out of the way. You're going to go turn the ignition on, and you're going to watch for the security light to go out. Okay? There it is right there. Watch for it to go out. Okay, now it's out. Now turn the ignition off. Now you got 5 seconds. Get your key in here and put your new one right here. Now turn the key on. Count to 5. That should go out. There. Now, oh, I got this. Okay, let's try it again. let's hold this. Let's hold it like this. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try this again. Good key. Oh, it's telling. Damn it, now it's flashing. I'm gonna see if this will start. I just screwed myself. Alright, I'm gonna erase this one. Now you can clearly see that I failed and I gave up. But so I'm telling you, I'm still gonna link to this match set. But go in and I'll link to the set that has the actual chips in there, and then maybe buy a set of these, have them cut before you try doing all this, and then it should work. And then you don't have to go through that whole 30-minute programming procedure. Just something to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind, that now a year has passed and I have one of these, and I very well, had I had this, I could have hooked that up and I would have found out right away that that key didn't have a chip in it. But you can also program ignition keys with your VCX Nano. Alright, now that your battery's disconnected, we're going to start under the dash here. You got a couple of screws. There's one here and one here. Right there, that's where it is. We're gonna take these out. These are 7mm. You know, standard GM size. What is it, 9/32 will also work. Okay, and then this panel comes right off. We're gonna set that aside. Maybe aside because you're gonna want to sit. So we're gonna tilt the wheel all the way up. All right, I'm gonna get back on the tripod here. Actually, I'm gonna. So this is where we get that long T25. I have it on a 1/4 inch nut driver. We're just gonna take this screw off. See how that comes out? And we'll just set that with the rest. Now let's go back on the tripod. Okay, now that that bolt's out, this should come off. I'm gonna try to prise off. The other side's being stubborn. There's a little finger down here that is hard to access. You're supposed to pull it out of the way. There we go. Get your old key out of there. And pop that rubber thing off. There we go. Can't see the other side, but I'm trying to finagle this off. There we go. Alright. This other side's disconnected, it just ain't coming out. Alright. Alright, get it around the tilt lever. Sounds easier than it looks. Okay. This tilt lever is a real bastard to get around. I might just leave it. All I'm really concerned about is getting this upper part off. And that's off. So let's raise the camera up here. Now we need a better position here. Okay. Come around the other side here. So there's a little electrical connector up here that needs to come loose. You could just pry up on it, right? Or does it go out? It goes. No, it has to come out. I've done this before. I can't remember. Watch me struggle. I did this before. I think it comes straight out. Okay. We have that off. Come over here. And this here needs to come off. It's supposed to go straight out. Huh. It's giving me a hassle. You're supposed to push and then it comes out. There's a tab. Well, anyway, this is supposed to come out this way. There it is right there. It's out. It's supposed to go up. Yeah, see, there's the little tab. You have to depress the tab from the back. That's what I was doing wrong. You got to go back here. Back behind here. Okay. Now, there's a little hole right here. You're going to want to take your key, put it in the run, you know, like that's start, this is run. And then you take your little pick and you press down on the little tab that's in there. Okay, I can't do this and hold the camera at the same time, so we're going to go back on the tripod. I think my little pick was too pointy, so I'm going to try this Torx bit. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, it's sure being stubborn. You can see on the new one there's a, that's what you're, I don't know if this is getting in frame here, but this is what you're essentially pushing down on. Supposed to push on that and this thing's supposed to pop right out. There, turn it to start. See, I turned it to start, she came out. There we go. Oh, this one's all pretty bad. Anyway, now that that's out, basically it's the reverse. This should just pop right in. This switch might be in the wrong position because this won't go off now. Oh, you know why? Because you got to put this thing in. Ha! That's why. That's the shift interlock. Well, no wonder. So I popped the new one in. We got to get this shift interlock back in. That's what this thing is for. I'm not even... Anyways, pop this back in. I can't do this while I'm holding the camera. Now, in order to get this key to off and out, you have to temporarily reconnect the battery. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the column back together. And I'm gonna pop the battery back up. I just have the terminal hanging there. Put it back together, and then we will proceed to programming the key. Alright, so basically, assembly is the reverse of disassembly. Just gonna pop the cover back on. And I left the other one hanging there. I didn't bother taking it off. You can still get it out of the way if you need be. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna try to see right there, those little tabs on the bottom. Let's focus in on that. Little hooks. There you go. The top part hooks into that. And also make sure there's no wires in the way. There's a little wire harness that got in my way there that I had to shove out of the way. But make sure you hook the top into that, and then make sure that piece there on the turn signal goes in front. Or wait, yeah, in front. There's a little collar for it to sit in. That's how it's supposed to go. So just some pointers. I don't need to record me struggling to put this back together. Something I probably should have did from the get-go. You just grab the tilt lever and pull it straight out and she comes out. That makes this so much easier. So even though I tilted it up, tilt it down, I gotta put the lever back in, tilt it down, get that top piece in place, and then hook this on from the bottom and snap it back up. Boom. All right, again, I'm gonna walk back what I said about putting it behind this turn signal grommet. You don't, it doesn't fit that way. But I got it on, I got the lever snapped back in, so I'm gonna find that T25 somewhere. It's not that one. It's down like that. There we go. Get it on here. Get that on there. Okay, that's all for that. And now remember this bad boy just clips into those four doon. Snaps in like that. And then let's adjust the camera here. Got your two 7mm that go up under here. One way over here. Snug these two up. And when that's done, it's on to programming. Oh, by the way, I did connect the battery back up. And now here are my instructions. It says insert the new key into the ignition cylinder and turn it to the on/run position. The security light on the dash will illuminate and stay on for 10 minutes. When the security light goes out, you have 1 minute to start the next step. Turn the ignition cylinder to off and then back to the on position. The security light on the dash will illuminate and stay on for 10 more minutes. When the security light goes out, you have 1 minute to start the next step. Turn the ignition cylinder to off and then back to the on-run position. The security light on the dash will illuminate and stay on for 10 more minutes. After the security light has gone off the third time, the key has been programmed into the vehicle's computer and will operate the car. It has replaced all the previous electronic key codes and is the only programmed key into the vehicle's computer. Okay. So this is just like the pass lock system on the 2000 and 2005 Impalas. Alright, so there is, service theft deterrent. I got 12:16 on the clock. I haven't set it yet. Alright, just let that go. See you in 10 minutes. I noticed that clock turned 12:17 and here it says 12:29 now and it's still flashing. I think I'm gonna do it one more time. Alright, that says 12:29. I'm just gonna keep trying it. Alright, I'm through with the process. Check it out. Okay, so there you go. That's how you get your place your ignition lock cylinder on this 06 to 13 Impala 14 to 16 limited. So if you found this helpful at all, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit the bell, comment, let me know what you thought, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for visiting.